Hey people, it is Tuesday, July 9th, 11:31 a.m. is the time, and I'm doing something a little bit different on this one. Right in front of me is the Skywalk, and I just made my way over here from Union Station, and that's a look north up York Street. But in this one, I am heading over to the CN Tower. And then I'll actually be going up the CN Tower after I meet up with a couple of friends. And I'll be having lunch up there. There's where you could grab the Up Express train to Pearson Airport. I've heard a lot of things about the Revolving restaurant at the CN Tower. Mostly that it's a little expensive for what it is. And that it may or may not be the best, but I'm going to reserve judgment until I've had a chance to try the food. And admission to the CN Tower is free, or I guess it's included with your meal, as long as you have a minimum spend of $75. However, if you live in Toronto and you have a Toronto Library card, then you can get in free apparently. That is something new that's recently been launched. And you can also get into, I believe, Ripley's Aquarium and the Art Gallery and the Royal Ontario Museum. Let me see, normally time general admission would be $45 for an adult, $32 for a senior or youth, 6 to 13. A child would be $16. And if you want to go up to the SkyPod, that would be $56 for an adult, $43 for seniors and youths, $27 for children. And unfortunately, the CN Tower is subscribing to a added fee for priority entrance. Something you'll often see amusement parks do, to skip the lines and just go straight to your desired ride as an upcharge. But there's a view of the Skywalk. I've done a number of videos through here before. There's a GO train. We're about to head over the rail corridor. And there's a look back at Union Station and the Up Express train platform on the left. And a look up at the CN Tower, which is 553 meters, and I'll be dining at the 360 restaurant on the observation deck. And you can also get the Toronto City Pass, and that'll set you back $108 for an adult, or $80 for a child, and that includes access to the ROM, Casa Loma. It'll get you on a city cruise and into the Toronto Zoo as well. It used to include the Science Center. That has been permanently closed by the province. But there's been an enormous amount of opposition to that, so hopefully that reopens in the somewhat near future. So it's quite easy to get to the CN Tower from Union Station. You literally just follow the signs to the skywalk where we are now. You could also take Front Street over to the foot of John Street and make a left and cross the Robbie Bridge. Or you could exit Union Station from the south side and just walk along Bremner Boulevard. That'll lead you right to the front entrance. And I have not been up in the CN Tower in about 20 years. And there it is. That's Ripley's Aquarium, just on the left there. We'll follow this sign. It says Ripley's go left, the Sky Dome go left, tour the CN Tower go right. So I'll head through security. I believe there's a separate entrance for people with restaurant reservations. But you could have gone that way as well. That might have been the nicer way, if not slightly longer. But if you live in the city of Toronto, I think the best thing to do is just get yourself a library card and look into free entrance that way. I'm not gonna record my whole time up there. I'll show bits and pieces of the meal, and then I think after the meal you're free to use the observation deck. And the CN Tower opened in 1976. It was the tallest freestanding structure in the world at the time. Now it is just the tallest one in the Western Hemisphere. And it looks like the Sky Dome's roof is open. That opened in 1989.
There's people in the other car.
I wouldn't want to wait in that line. I mean, and we didn't have to wind inside, you know. We got very hot right on. Because they had spots where you could wind and stuff. Yeah.
All right, ticket holders, 360 reservations in Edgewalk go left. You can purchase your tickets up straight ahead. There's a ticket booth. Look at this lineup. I don't know if they'll prioritize you or not. Our reservation is for 12 p.m.
How we're gonna do it.
And their website said to come 15 minutes early.
We'll bring you
So I am going to look for the other members of my party and then find out what the lineup process is like. If you have to stand in all of this or not, if you're going to the restaurant. There's Ripley's Aquarium. It definitely would have been quicker to go the other way. All right, I'm gonna figure this out and I'll come back and let you know what the outcome is as we look up at the 553 meter or 1,814 foot tall CN Tower. So apparently just off to the right here is where you would enter if you have restaurant reservations. So this is what I'm gonna do. Hi, we have restaurant reservations for 12.
Can I see you, please? Have a good one.
Thank you.
Please open up your bags for security, folks. Open up your bags, empty the pockets, folks. Open up your bags for the security, folks. Out of the pockets. If you have any petty packs, take them off and open them up.
All right, I will resume once I'm on the other side of this. I imagine this will take a few minutes. That only took a few minutes. They're pretty friendly in there. Here you go, 360 restaurants. Hi, we have a 12 o'clock.
So you all just need to go right hand side, okay? Just to the right.
Thank you. My gimbal is acting up there, but it's onto the special elevator. For us restaurant folks. Hi.
How many people in your party?
3?
3? You guys heading up to the restaurant?
Yeah.
Before you guys go, we take a group souvenir photo for everyone. You guys can stand in the red box over here. Perfect. That's right here at your table. Here you go.
All right, so we're just gonna check in. There's a look at the menu. 360 Caesar salad, $27. It's not gonna be hard to get this bill up to 75 bucks. Steak, 95. There's a massive lineup for the other elevator.
Thank you. Just go around to the left with the.
Please wait here for the elevators to the restaurant.
Makes you dizzy.
That does make me dizzy, but
Makes me
it'll be okay. So I can still see it. But the elevator's just going up.
Is it gonna stop? I think it's gonna stop. Seems to be
How's it gonna stop?
it's going a long way.
Me too.
Like you're on an airplane.
Did you hear it pop? Oh my god. Is this a top?
Oh, it's not the top. It's just the ring.
All right, guys. And we will be going this way, okay? Okay, so you'll be in section 3. Just watch your step. Okay.
All right, thank you.
Enjoy, guys.
All right, time to experience this 360 restaurant. So apparently it's $75, not including drinks, to include admission to the observation deck. There's a 2-course meal for $75. That might be what I end up doing. Canadian AAA aged prime rib of beef. They have an a la carte menu. $95 for a 14-ounce ribeye right there. And of course they have a number of drinks. Beer and cider. I'll be back and let you know what I went with. So I opted for the prosciutto and pork wrapped tenderloin. And the CN Tower Lager, which is pretty good. Not really worth $14, but the experience here has been quite excellent. Look at that view. We are spinning clockwise at what feels like a rate of maybe once an hour. I am going to enjoy my meal and I'll come back and let you know how it was. I didn't go for an appetizer, so I'll be having a dessert after this, and then they'll unleash us onto the observation deck. And there's the view where I used to work, that white tower in the center of the shot that says BMO at the top. That's First Canadian Place. And I used to work over the 50th floor, and that's one of the reasons I never came to the CN Tower recently. As whenever anyone was in town, we'd often just go up to the office and get a view out from there. It was quite good. All right, I'm going to eat, and I'll be back. And the plate is mostly clean. And I'm not the biggest foodie in the world, but that was kind of excellent. It was really well cooked. If I came here again, I'd have a hard time not ordering that again. I quite enjoyed it. It was juicy, tasty, delicious. As you can tell, I am definitely not a food critic, and from what I've heard, the food here is disappointing for most people, but I certainly have not been disappointed as we look out at the financial district. There's Villiers Island off in the distance, but I'll come back to show you what I get for dessert. And for dessert, I opted for the chocolate and raspberry terrine. So it was a 2-course meal for $75, or I could have opted for a 3-course for $90. But 3 is a little much, especially for lunch, so I'll let you know how this was. And there is a contraption I believe they use to wash the windows with. So how much did my bill come to? There you can see the 2-course meal was 75 Canadian, the CN Tower Lager 14. So $89 plus tax is $100. Gratuity not included. I don't know if they do on larger group sizes or not. But I'm gonna settle up and we'll head down to the observation deck. Well, I'm all settled up. And I guess the million-dollar question is, was that worth it? I think this is the way down to the observation deck. It's a rather nondescript looking door. I would say that's really up to you. And welcome to the main observation deck. There is the sky pod you can go to. That's an upcharge. That's about 33 stories. Above where I am. And that's a look to the west. There's the Sky Dome down below. That opened in 1989. Billy Bishop Airport. And the Toronto Islands. There is a glass floor below here. We'll head down and check that out. And that's the rail corridor. This camera's only got a 2x zoom. And the Mimico skyline off in the distance. There's the view to the north, the CBC building right below us. That's the entertainment district. I think maybe the most popular vantage point is looking over the financial district. It's not the clearest day. On a really clear day, apparently, you can see all the way over to Niagara Falls. It's certainly clear enough to enjoy. It's Union Station down below. Got this cafe and snack area. Let's see what the prices are like. $20 for a crispy chicken sandwich. See if I can get a view looking out east. It's quite crowded here. That's the South Core District. And a look out at the islands. There's Villiers Island. Whoops. In the Portlands off in the distance. So we can head down these stairs and check out the glass floor. There's an elevator you could take up to the Sky Pod. Sorry? Sure. Just says no entry. All right, so I think I have to head this way. People waiting to head down the elevators. One guest per bay. Keep your feet on the floor. Looks like there's a lineup.
And then one more person right here. Both feet on the floor, both hands on the railing. What's the picture for both of you or for yourself? Both of you.
All right, I've got my camera in my pocket. Oop. This is kind of neat. I'm leaning forward. I don't know if the camera is picking this up. And that is all that was. And here's the glass floor. It's a view down at the Sky Dome. It's really crowded. All right. You can grab an elevator down, but I think that is it for our tour of the CN Tower. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. If you wish to support what I do on YouTube, there's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership down in the description. I have an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and there is a super thanks button appearing down below if you wish to say thanks that way. Anywho, hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. I think my camera has been zoomed in for quite a while. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Yoink!